Hello everyone, welcome to the Good, the Bad, the TNA Impact for the Thanksgiving edition of TNA Impact Wrestling. And I'll go off and say that for the most part, this show actually was extremely shockingly well for the fact that it was a Thanksgiving episode. And it's not just in the terms of in-ring action. Usually they have great in-ring action, but storytelling's a little wishy-washy at times. One thing I did like was the way they used the knockouts in this one. They continued both stories, essentially the whole Velvet Sky and all the knockouts with Karen, and then the Mickie James and Gail Kim storyline. With Karen and Velvet and the other ones, Karen's essentially messing with all of them, saying that she's gonna take away their dignity. She's putting them in matches they don't typically want to do, or TNA typically has ever done. And I do like the fact that they're using those type of matches to integrate the storyline, because honestly, I don't like. I like just watching. If I do watch the women wrestle, I'd rather just watch them wrestle. I don't want to see them in lingerie. That's for other type of stuff that you would watch, but not for the wrestling world. So I like the aspect that they're using that for a storyline base, because Karen's messing with all the other knockouts in there. I also like the little added tidbit that they use with Mickie James being in there, calling Gail Kim a hypocrite for everything she said and going with whatever Karen's doing right now. I did like that, and that was good build for their story in the upcoming future here for the pay-per-view match, and then probably going on after that as well. The one thing I definitely didn't like about the show was how quick the tag team title match was. Last week, you had Crimson and Matt Morgan win the tag team titles off Mexican America. I've got a nose itch, and I guess Mexican America's run its course for everything that they've done, and it was essentially just a squash match. I feel like they could have given this a little bit more time in there. Also, it's obviously going to continue, even though I personally think it should just be done. The Jarrett, Jeff Hardy storyline. They had Jeff Jarrett come out dressed up as Jeff Hardy and then start running him down, which caused Jeff Hardy to come down and start attacking him, and then that caused Immortal to come down, then that caused his other teammates to come down with AJ Styles and Mr. Anderson and everybody, because they had the elimination tag match later in the night. And well, honestly, like I said, I don't think the storyline should continue. It's hard to even take Jeff Jarrett seriously in the storyline after getting beaten 3 straight times. It's not even worth it in my mind, in my own personal opinion, that the storyline continue, but they're obviously going to continue it. I'm probably not even going to bother really watching too much of it anymore. And it will probably lead into another pay-per-view match. Hopefully only one more pay-per-view match for that, though. But all in all, also the entire storyline going in there with Bobby Roode and AJ Styles was extremely well done, and it led into that main event elimination tag match with everybody. It was Team Angle versus Team Storm. Obviously, Angle and Storm were not in there. They're still playing Storm on the concussion angle, so they can't actually have him in a match right now. So it was a 4-on-4, and like I said, of course, at that point, Jeff Hardy had gotten beaten down by Immortal going into during that little promo segment, so he wasn't initially out there. So Bobby Roode initially wasn't out there. Bobby Roode just joined the commentary for a while. Eventually, he would come down. He would get a quick win over Anderson, and then he purposely got himself disqualified as soon as he got in trouble when AJ was in there. So I like that little storyline tidbit. And the action for the entire main event was actually extremely well done. And I think it intricated to all the stories and intricated to all the stories that were going on and built them for the future. And of course, eventually Jeff Hardy did come down and make the save when it was 1-on-3. I believe it was Daniels, Jeff Jarrett, and Bully Ray, and then Jeff Hardy would come down and make the save and help out AJ, eventually eliminating all three of them and getting the win for Team Storm there. So, all in all, decent show. Actually, not really decent. Actually, it was a really good show, considering the fact it was usually a show that's considered throwaway. And all in all, yeah, I would say good show. It had a few small tidbits in there. I didn't get into one tidbit that I really didn't like, and I guess I'll say it now. Get rid of the damn turkey match. It's not good. And it's with a storyline that's really... Well, actually, it wasn't so bad this year because it was with a lower-end storyline with Eric Young and Robbie East, so it wasn't as bad as it had been. But all in all, outside of a few small tidbits, it was an extremely good show. Surprisingly good for a Thanksgiving episode. Thank you guys for watching.